Welcome to the weekly top 10 list with me, Iadarola and Francesca Fiorentini. Francesca, how's it going?
What
up? Okay, so we've got a ew.
What?
Okay. Remember the grandpa thing we were talking about earlier? There's more information coming on that. But anyway, we've got a political top 10 list for you. So about why he couldn't walk down the ramp.
Oh,
if you're watching this and you didn't watch the show, you have no idea what we're talking about, but it's totally okay. Because what we're gonna talk about is on the CPAC straw poll, Trump won with 55% of the vote. And in theory, he's the front runner and everything. Talking about who might be the front runner for 2024 with Trump around is kind of pointless at this point. But assuming he's not in it, that becomes a little bit more interesting, trying to figure out who are the most likely to be the Republican nominee. It's years out, but this is fun. So what we've done is we've put together 10 of the most likely non-Trump GOP 2024 candidates. And so, sort of ranked by how likely we think they are to be the one. And so did you have trouble putting this one together, Francesca?
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit. I don't know all my ghouls that like I should.
Well, we'll be on Ghoul Watch.
Yeah.
For the next few years, and we'll catch it caught up. But why don't we launch into this and we'll see? Because I think it says a lot about a person who they put on this list, what they think the biggest threat is. So anyway, what's your number 5?
Okay, number 5.
So Bob makes that noise. No, I said he couldn't be on the list.
Okay, a reconstituted Republican. This is not a Trumpian, but I keep on going back to, I think that the primary is gonna look without Trump. If it's without Trump, it'll look a little bit like the Democratic primary from 2020, 2019.
A lot of people.
A F ton of people, and maybe the more establishment candidate winning out. And then Obama's gonna call half of them and be like, you gotta support Mike Pence. So my number 5
is Mike Pence.
Is Mike Pence. Just as a, like Liz Cheney will be behind him, and Murkowski and Collins and all the other, lightweight sexual assault supporters. And I think he'll be a reconstituted. We're better than this. Mitch McConnell. He'll get money. He'll run a really, really boring campaign. Mike Pence.
Well, man, you really don't value the CPAC straw poll, which put him at 1%. I think you're close to dead wrong.
Okay.
I don't think that an establishment. Actually, my number 5 is the closest I have to an establishment Republican now, even though this person came about as a response. Mine is Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
And by its establishment, I mean he's been around for a while. He's been a senator for a while. I don't even think he has a very good chance, but I think he'll raise a bunch of money from some right-wing billionaire.
Yes.
I think he won't drop out, even when it's obvious that he's not gonna win, which gives him a chance of winning. I don't think that Ted Cruz has got it. His little comedy show at CPAC, he can't deliver the owning the libs or whatever the way they want. But I think he's the closest the Republican establishment has to a chance of taking it back.
I know he has been, but he just wants it. He's just been bent over for 4 years. Sorry, he's just like, own me, I'll do anything, ball gag. Like he is.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, he is like all 4 years. He's like, insult my wife, insult my kids.
That's true.
I am your bitch. Like,
he wants to be.
He really, oh my God, every single time he speaks is an audition. So he's on there too. He'll be my number 4.
Really, Ted Cruz?
I mean, I could pick a bunch of others if you want.
It's not my list, it's yours. That's the point. He does. I think that he does want it.
He's number 4 for me for sure, and he's been auditioning. He's been trying. He'll trot out the fact that he didn't validate the votes, or he was trying to contest the electors when they were being counted in Congress. Yeah. He will not mention the insurrection at all. not mention the storming of the Capitol, won't even matter to him. And he is grooming himself, and by grooming I mean not taking care of his facial hair in order to, yeah. He wants the MAGA mantle so hard, but the problem is it's a little bit the way that like Clinton ran again after Obama beat her. Like the Democratic electorate passed on you, girl. Like Ted Cruz.
That's true.
The Republican electorate passed on you, homie. They did. They really did. And so I don't think it's gonna be Cruz, but I think he absolutely will try. He will really try.
My number 4 is the second closest thing to the Republican establishment, I guess, in that at least it is a governor. Mine is gonna be Ron DeSantis. He did pretty well in the CPAC straw poll. And Trump likes him. He likes Trump so much. Oh my God, his commercials were so cringy. That said, and they like that, like he was governor of Florida and he didn't care about the pandemic. They think that's cool somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally lost a family member in Florida. I don't think it's cool, but they seem to think it's cool for some reason. That said, and look, being governor of Florida is theoretically helpful in an election, I guess, even though I just consider that a red state now. But I don't know, he doesn't seem like a particularly skilled politician. He barely won his election to be governor. That was a very close race. I haven't seen any evidence that he can, again, like Cruz, he knows sort of what they want, but I don't know that he's the figure to actually give it to them. So I think he has a chance just because maybe Trump would support him. Middling chances. Who's your number?
He's pretty Trumpian though. That's a good one. I really like this. I forgot what is the top 10 again? It is like who's instead of Trump, who's MAGA enough?
Yeah, it can't be Trump. Most likely to be the Republican nominee in 2024.
I have 3 more left.
You do. Who's your number 3? Your cat choking on a hairball, most likely.
I keep on making these sounds because all of them disgust me.
They're disgusting. My next one's really nasty.
My top one is disgusting, but all right, I'm gonna let's get some representation. God, see, it won't be. See, I think it'll be Nikki Haley, but that's not a Trumpian thing. I think Nikki Haley will try to make a run though. And so I'll just say Nikki Haley but I'm not doing the right thing of like the MAGA thing. I'm just sort of doing who I think is gonna attempt to try and like reclaim the Republican Party, even though she's gone along with it this whole time, but then did sort of call out the Trump administration. Nikki Haley's gonna try to run, and if not Nikki Haley, and this is not because women are lesser than, but I think that Christine Noem, the governor of South Dakota that doesn't really believe in COVID and has like horrible rates of COVID.
It's really bad on it. Oh my God.
But she's like the new Michelle Bachmann. She's like very attractive. Yeah. She is trying to make a name for herself in the MAGA world. I think I feel like because we can't have anything nice in this country, the first female president will be a raging Republican and awful, like racist POS. So
we're gonna pull a Thatcher.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, they if you were the governor of a state and needlessly sacrifice people to COVID, they love that. They think that's so awesome.
Yes.
My number 3 is at least as awful. So I'm gonna put only one Trump on the list, and that's gonna be Don Jr. at number 3. I think the reason he's at number 3 is he might get his dad's endorsement. I don't think it's a guarantee, but maybe he'd get his endorsement. He would have effectively infinite money, and the right does seem to like him. I don't think he's got that thing that his dad has that they like. I don't think that he's like, I don't even like calling it like charisma because I don't think it is. They think he's an alpha. I don't think he is whatsoever. But even if you think Trump has those things, I don't think Don Jr. has. And he's just more fumbling and sweaty and pathetic than his dad, if that's possible. So I don't think that, again, just number 3, I don't think he has great odds, but I think he has the best odds of a non-Don Trump. Number 3.
Yeah, God, this is so hard.
It's your number 2, it's hard.
So hard. It's so hard because yeah. Okay, so my number 2 is gonna be, people are gonna not agree with this because I think you're right that they need a Trumpian thing, even if their last name is Trump. It's Ivanka. I think Ivanka's the only person who Trump would endorse and support enough to be his surrogate. And she's such a Stepford robot that, you just program whatever you need to say into the back and then she'll like say it. She might be tied up in her own legal battles for sure by the time she wants to run. But maybe either Ivanka or even like Pinocchio as a real boy, Jared, or just like maybe Jared-Vanka will run together, like as sort of like vice president. They so want to be the Clintons. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's true.
And they'll have like racist language, but a little bit more coded. And then all the Trump people can be around them, supporting them and inflating them, including Trump himself. But the face will be Ivanka.
Yeah, that might be a way of sort of placating the establishment a bit because she's supposedly a bit more, that was a scary face.
Sorry.
Supposedly a bit more moderate, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe with Trump's support. I mean, if Trump says she's the candidate, then there's a good chance she's the candidate, I guess. I don't know, she's just.
She doesn't have the MAGA.
Aren't fired up. Like they might say they are because she's a Trump, but they're not going to Ivanka rallies. Maybe if her dad speaks after her, which they can set up, maybe.
They're Trump rallies, but like in bubble letters, Trump.
Exactly, it's cute. Okay, my number 2. Maybe I hope that in hindsight, this looks crazy, but I'm just gonna say it. If the theory is that what they want is Trump, then I think at number 2, I think Marjorie Greene. Yes, she's just a congresswoman. Yes, nobody knew who she was 6 months ago. But she does actually deliver the craziness. Now, she's not nearly as sharp as Trump. She'll pick random weird topics where he would like better pick topics for them. She's really, really dumb, but that's not gonna stop her. She's crazy in all the right ways, baby. That's what they want. And they would love to pretend that they support female politicians. This would give them sort of an excuse.
Yeah.
It could be.
It really could be. I think the biggest difference, because I was, as I was watching her at CPAC, and I was like, if mainstream media doesn't cover her and beyond Fox, right? If CNN and MSNBC don't really cover her, she won't be a thing. If they decide they're bored, they want the ratings and they're gonna cover her, then we're screwed. But she has what Trump has in the like celebration of ignorance, but without the media empire and them eating out of her hand, which I don't think she has. I don't know, the CrossFit lobby is pretty strong though, so we'll see. They got a lot of money.
That's true. So that leaves your number 1.
Oh God, I have this sinking feeling. I have a sinking feeling that maybe you might have the same one. We've talked about it before.
I don't think I do.
Who's the most Trumpian? Who's the most Trumpian of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Of course, it is none other than Tucker Carlson. That fool absolutely commands an audience. He absolutely has what Trump has, the fake populism, the anti-corporate BS. He's got a huge following, and he could run and he could win. And he definitely picks up that BS mantle, so.
That's a good one.
I'm scared, but I think he could do it.
That's a good one. We're a country that hasn't yet seemed to get that right-wing populism isn't actually a thing, or if it is a thing, it has nothing to do with economics whatsoever. So long as we remain deluded about that, yeah, he'd have a chance. I wonder though, like when he gets on a debate stage, like him being like, Ivy League, wealthy heir, like yeah, I get that like Trump was those things. But Trump has an ability to disarm weaknesses that should take down other politicians that I'm not sure that Tucker has. And also,
yeah, right. Tucker, there's a strongmanness.
Yeah, he's not strong in any way. And also, Tucker does his show and they love it off of a teleprompter. On a debate stage, like, I don't know, maybe. I look, I'm gonna keep it real. I forgot about Tucker Carlson. Let's put it on.
Right. I knew you said it before because you said it.
I'm trying not to think about him after his thing about black supremacists on his show on Friday. But anyway, yeah, no, it's a good one. It's a good pick. I'll give you credit for that. And now in comparison, my number one is gonna be even more frustrating for the audience than it was going to be anyway. Coming in at number one with a major cop-out, someone we don't even know about right now. No, but really. Now look, is that a cop-out? Yes. And is it gonna be a cop-out even after I explain why? Still, yes. But the reason I say that is, Donald Trump was not, I don't think, 4 years before 2016, someone that people were seriously thinking about. He wasn't a politician.
Right.
He came out of nowhere and he said the right crazy things. Marjorie Greene has proven that someone can come out of the woodwork and say the right crazy things quickly and get a profile. There's all sorts of rich Republican a-holes that might want to copy what Trump did. I mean, Bloomberg got a lot of serious attention just because he had a lot of money. Some and maybe it's Tucker Carlson, maybe it's Sean Hannity, I don't know. Some rando that isn't a politician now could easily launch a bid.
Someone who was canceled, Gina Carano, go for it, baby. Like, they love you. Just anyone who is ever told not to say the N-word ever. Like, like someone who thinks they're aggrieved and canceled, literally is the right's hero all of the time.
Yeah, someone will be, yeah. And so I don't know who that is, and it is still a cop-out, so apologies for that. But I think there is a good chance it'll be someone that we were not thinking of at this point that could end up being a big name. So we will see, we will see. And thank you to all of you for watching this top 10 list and for being members and making this possible. We really do appreciate that. Hope that you're enjoying the content. As always, if you have ideas for top 10 lists, you can post them in the comments below or tweet them at us. And we love doing requests. We'll do more in the future. Francesca, as always, thank you so much.
Thank you, that was fun and horrifying.
And horrifying. And we'll see you next time.